right, so when we're talking about jumping on other people, you don't want to have to hand a puppy grenade out to every human being who comes to your house. Better idea there is to use a leash and collar, and the best way to explain this is to draw a diagram for you. So here is your person that your dog wants to jump on. Now keep in mind, this can be a person, this can be another dog, this can be a cat, a squirrel, a kid on a bike. It doesn't matter. We handle this situation the same way. This is how we handle distractions, but for the sake of what we're talking about, we're going to use this for jumping. Point R is the point where he is going to react to that person. That's where your dog is going to act all crazy. Point N is the point where your dog is going to notice that person. He's got to see it before he can react to it. Now sometimes these are one on top of the other, but for the sake of the diagram, we're going to spread it out a little bit. And you're right here. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to put your dog under obedience here. You're going to ask your dog to sit, and you're going to ask him to heel. Now let's remember what heel means. Heel means on the outside, it means walk where I walk, turn where I turn, sit automatically when I stop. But what it really means is both eyes, both ears on the handler at all times. If your dog is not watching you, he is doing it wrong. So you ask him to heel, and your walk pattern is going to be like this. Now notice, my general direction is toward my distraction, but I'm doing it in such a roundabout way that we are past point N, and he hasn't even noticed it yet. Now somewhere between point N and point R, oh, you better believe he's going to notice. At that point, he looks and goes, oh, what is that? You immediately start correcting, going back and forth, no heel, no heel, no heel, until he goes, holy cow, I really need to keep watching. Then you can start moving forward again until, boom, you're right up on top of this distraction. Now, in the case of somebody that you want to allow to say hi to your dog, at this point, if your dog is behaving, you clap your hands twice and tell your dog he's free. But if he wants to run around that person, you need to run around that person with him, keeping the leash loose, staying in a position to correct. If the paws come up, immediately correct your dog. If the dog just wags his whole body, tell the person to ignore him. If the dog puts his butt down, have the person pet him. Next time you try this, might look more like this. Of course, you're going to have to stay right here for a second. Next time, pretty soon you've got a nice straight line. And that's the end goal. The biggest thing you need to know about jumping, though, you have to do it. If you don't practice this with your dog, you're never going to get anywhere with him.